6 symptoms that could be killing your perfect dream life, your perfect love life. These symptoms are devastating, but there's something you can do about it. Learn the symptoms and learn what to do. Coming up next. Hi everyone, Robert Zink, Miracle Mentor and Alchemy Success Coach. And today we are soaring high like a big, beautiful eagle. And we're always, every day, we're coming in the direction of your dreams and your goals with the latest in the mind sciences and, of course, the law of attraction. Reminder to subscribe, click that bell icon so you're always here when we are. Okay, so we're going to talk about these 6 symptoms and what you can do about each one. Because these symptoms can be destroying your love life. They can be destroying you living your dream life, the life that you deeply desire to live. So let's go through them. Number 1 is feeling void inside. You know, you're not angry. You're not sad. You're just empty. And that emptiness is attracting, you know what I'm going to say. It's attracting more emptiness. It's attracting a greater void. You may feel like you're at the bottom of a well, a dark well, and there's no rope to pull yourself out. But there is a rope, and the rope is called gratitude. There's been all kinds of research, scientific research, done on gratitude. And if you'll just start going through the motions with me, a little at a time, thinking about things in the past that you're grateful for, because you may have spent too much time thinking about the things that you are unhappy about. But now we're focusing on what we are grateful for. And then think about your compelling future. And you may not feel like you have a compelling future, but you can visualize one, you can create one, and you can be grateful for it. So the more you bathe yourself in gratitude, the smaller the void becomes. And you become filled with light, filled with happiness, and filled with gratitude. High flyers, number 2 is this feeling of continuous heartbreak. Now, I met a lady one year for Christmas at a party, and I sat down to her, and she was an older lady, and she said, I haven't celebrated Christmas since 1944. She was feeling heartbreak over a broken relationship that took place in 1944, and this was the 90s. All these years of heartbreak, continuous heartbreak. And the antidote for that is if you are in a state of perpetual heartbreak, it's time you really sit down with yourself and say, I need to change my beliefs. Because my old beliefs say that I can never be happy again, that I can never love again, that I can never have the love that I desire from the person I desire again. And in some cases, such as death, that's true. But a new belief says, I can love again. I can be happy again. I can have more than I've ever had. You see, it's about beliefs. And if you're feeling this continuous heartbreak that goes on for weeks and months and years, it's really time to change your beliefs. So I know some of you have this, and you've expressed it to me in emails, this nagging dread of the future. And COVID has made it even worse. So people going through this COVID experience have even more dread. But look, When we're looking toward the future, oftentimes we are creating anxiety. When we are looking at the past, we're creating depression within ourselves. So the antidote for this is present tense focus. What am I doing right now? Where is my mind? Where is my body? And breathing in through the nose. Out through the mouth. Nothing will center you faster than breathing. Either 3-7 or 4-4 breath. But breathe. What I find is that people that have this nagging dread of the future, oftentimes they're holding their breath. Like right now. I say something, but then I hold my breath. See, that creates anxiety. But breathing and being centered right now. And you don't have to get angry at your thoughts. When you get a futuristic thought, just push it away. Gently push it away and come right back to being centered. Bend your knees a little bit. That'll get you more centered. It'll give you the feeling of being more grounded. So you can bend your knees, you can breathe, you can sit back and breathe, and focus on this moment right now. Because this moment is where you have the greatest amount of control. Well, number 4 is the inability to sleep or the desire to sleep all the time. And so you may want to see a sleep specialist for this, but I think it comes down to writing out a schedule. And you can't just try to live out the schedule. You have to sit down for a few minutes, write out a schedule, and no matter what, no matter how good the movie is, if it's 11 o'clock, lights out. Go to bed. And if you need some melatonin to help you sleep, to go into a deeper state of sleep, go ahead. Melatonin's nice. It's safe. It's organic. You can get it at a health food store. Now, in the morning, let's not have that battle of the mattress, as Stephen Covey calls it. When that alarm goes off, you've already set your schedule. Get up and get at it. Set your schedule. Follow your schedule. Do the work. Number 5 is a tough one, high flyers, because people oftentimes feel so little because they have shame of how they look. Let me just say this to you first. There is no one like you in the universe. You are unique. And so stand in front of your mirror every day and look yourself in the eyeballs for a minimum of 28 days. Stand there for 10 minutes every morning when you get out of bed and say these words to yourself. Your first name, and I love you. Robert, I love you. So you look at yourself in the mirror, you say those words, and then you say them quietly to yourself as you look at yourself. Embellish, embrace your uniqueness. You were created perfect. And if there's something you don't like about yourself, change it. In today's world, almost everything is changeable. But love who you are. Well, high flyers, number 6 is physical depression. And my only advice there is a lot of movement. Get an exercise program going. Get some walking going. Some weightlifting. All of this is very, very good for changing the hormones in your body. Practice some intermittent fasting a few days a week, maybe 3 days a week, 4 days a week, where you don't eat until about 2 in the afternoon. And if it continues, get professional help, okay? Don't be afraid. It's okay. I've been there. Get professional help. You can do that. You can change your life by taking these actions. You no longer need to be trapped in these negative feelings that are holding you back from the life that you deserve and the life that you desire. Here's some other videos to help you on your journey.